Hey guys, what's up? It's Jared here from One Up Creative. What I wanted to do with today's video is basically take you guys through a couple of products that I have bought. They're small things that you can buy and that as I have acquired throughout doing this that have really changed the way that I do photography and videography, and all these things combined, those small make such a big difference as far as just these little things that you'll say, oh, I can use that. And so I just wanted to walk you guys through 5 things that I've bought that have made a huge difference in my photography. So the first thing is going to be right here on my camera at all times, and it's this guy right here. This is my hand strap. This one is actually new. I have used these things for a lot of years. I have been buying like the cheap eBay ones for a lot of years. I know a lot of people might be sketched out by buying the cheap eBay ones, but I'm actually, after having used them for a few years, I can tell you they hold up surprisingly well. They cost maybe $3, $4 at the most, and they're totally worth it. However, I've been using them so long that I decided to get a higher quality one. So this one's actually like made out of leather. The reason why I wanted to get a higher quality one was mostly because those ones, while they remain sturdy and strong, the grip material actually wears out and they become kind of uncomfortable on your hands after a while, after 2 years of using it. So I wanted to get one that was going to last a little bit longer, and one that looks kind of a little bit nicer to go with the camera. But this thing is crazy important because I use this thing all the time. That's why it lives on the camera, and I use it because I don't like using neck straps. I never have liked using neck straps. I've had them and I take them basically right off the camera as soon as I get them because I don't like them. They wear on my neck and they just get really annoying. And I really don't like a lot of other strap systems because they all just kind of hang on your body. And I kind of hold the opinion of, even though I am a photographer, I don't want to look like I'm a photographer. I just kind of want to be a guy with a camera and kind of blend in a little bit more. And I feel like a lot of the straps are just so bulky and they take up so much space that it's just kind of cumbersome. Next up is something else that goes to holding the camera, and it's also super important, and it's this little guy. This is a little camera holster. There are a number of different one of these. I think Black Rapid actually makes the main one, and then this is kind of a knockoff version. But what it is a little ball joint that goes in the bottom of your 1/4 on the camera. And then this goes on your belt or on your backpack or wherever you can mount it. And much like the Peak Design capture clips, which I also have one of, this allows you to just hang the camera from the strap. So all you do is you take your camera and you mount your ball joint right here in the bottom of the camera like this. And it's nice and in there tight. And then all you have to do is this will be on your belt or something like that. And you just slide your camera right in there. When you want to remove it, it's that simple. Makes it super fast. I have gotten one of these and I absolutely love it. It completely changed the way that I shoot because when I don't want to hold my camera, I don't have to set it on the ground or on a table or in my bag or wherever. I can just slide it on my belt. And I do, like I mentioned, the Peak capture clip earlier. That is another alternative to this. But the reason why I liked this so much better than the capture clip, which I've had for years, is because the way this works is when this slides in here, this ball joint can move freely. And what that means is that, as you can see here, when the camera is on my belt, it can actually sit flush against my leg. And that makes the weight distribution so much better because something like the capture clip, the way your camera is going to sit is like this on your leg, which means that there's going to be a lot of weight hanging out from your leg instead of this where the weight is actually flush against your leg. It just makes it so much more comfortable to carry than something like the Peak capture clip. Again, personal preference kind of thing. The capture clips from Peak Design are also great if you like those, but this thing is the way to go for me, and it has completely changed the way that I shoot. Okay, next up on the list is something else to hold your camera, and these things are incredibly handy. You don't just have to hold cameras with them, you can hold just about anything in the video world, and that's this little quick release. You see how small it is. It's a tiny little quick release, but these things are awesome. I think they cost about 12 bucks, and you can use them for all kinds of applications. I have actually both of the cameras in my overhead rig mount it up using these. That way they can just easily be taken on and off quickly. They take up almost no extra space wherever you're mounting them, so they're great for mounting things like monitors to a camera or battery packs to a camera or anything else that you're going to want to remove often, but you still want to be nice and solid on the rig. That way you can just mount it right on there, and these work wonderfully. Again, cost like 12 bucks and you can use them all the time. I think I picked up 3 of them. Yeah, I use these things constantly. Next up on our list is something that I think a lot of people already own but not used for cameras, and it's a USB battery bank. These things are incredibly handy. This one here is by PNY. They sell these at Staples, which is why I picked up this one, because I actually first got a USB battery bank in an emergency because I needed it. I needed battery for a shoot, and I ran to the nearest store, which happened to be Staples, and picked up one of these bad boys, and I have swore by them ever since. The reason why I swear by these things is because so many things are able to charge through USB, and you don't even realize it. And so many things, at least even if they don't charge through USB, use a 5-volt adapter and you can charge from USB that way. They're so incredibly useful, guys. I have used this thing to charge all of my Sony cameras. You can charge Sony cameras through these things. I have run my Panasonic G7 off of this thing through a USB adapter. You can charge something like the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, which I'm recording on right now. These things come in handy so often, and you should have 2 or 3 of these in your bag at all times because they're just so useful for so many things. Super easy thing if you're doing long recording is you're able to just strap one of these onto your tripod leg and plug it into your camera, and then you can just charge your camera while you're recording. Super handy to have. And last up on our list of things that have really been super useful for me is this little guy. This is a little credit card sized SD card holder. I'm the type of person that I lose SD cards constantly. I have gone through so many SD cards over the year. Actually, my wife just yesterday pulled out an SD card she found on her desk that I had lost 2 years ago on a vacation. I didn't even remember that I lost it. That's how long ago I lost it. But she found it. And this thing has actually been the sole thing that has kept me from losing my SD cards, because this thing can hold 4 SD cards in it. I just put this thing in my pocket and I'm easily able to carry this with me all the time when I'm shooting, and it has come in handy so many times because I always have my good SD cards on me so that I can pop them in and out of cameras. This thing runs about $8, and I'm actually probably going to pick up a second one to hold more SD cards because it's just been so invaluable to have. So guys, that about does it for my 5 products that have really changed the way that I shoot. Again, these are all small things. I think all of these things you could pick up for less than 50 bucks. But that will be a really valuable $50, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have ideas on your own things that have really changed the way that you shoot, and things that you think are super light but important to have on a shoot or in your kit, please leave a comment down below and letting us know. And if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe because I'm making new ones all of the time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon. Peace.